everybody, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Oh, I never thought I'd get to say that. My name is Haley Cooey, and this is my first YouTube video. I have been wanting to do YouTube for as long as I can remember, for so long, and I've been putting it off and putting it off, using so many excuses, but I don't know, this year just gave me this push to do this, and like, this sounds so dumb, this sounds so millennial, like, this sounds so Instagram, Tumblr post, 2019's gonna be the year that changed my life, but, like, I think 2019 is gonna be a pretty important year, and one of the reasons it's a really big year is because, on a whim, I decided to buy a plane ticket and buy a hotel room and a concert ticket and see my favorite group in the entire universe, BTS, in Chicago, and just, I guess, everyone, the whole world's favorite. I can't say America's sweetheart, they are the world's sweetheart, but I've wanted to see them live for so long, and honestly I never thought I would, and I was like, you know what, instead of just trying and hoping, I don't want to say trying, instead of just waiting and seeing if it happens and seeing if they come close to me, close enough, like I tried to get tickets to Fort Worth and that did not happen, I decided to make it happen, and I'm so glad I did. Also, oh my god, there's probably so much cat hair, the BTS merch, if you can see that, yeah, that's a thing. You'll probably see me also wearing it in my next video, because originally I was going to vlog the BTS experience and Chicago experience, which I did, and I'm still uploading next week, and I was going to post it this week, but then something happened, and at first when it was happening, I thought it was just this interesting little tidbit, like, oh, this is gonna make my vlog a little more interesting, sprinkle a little bit of zest in there. Well, what started off as zest became something so dumb and a little scary that I was like, I cannot just waste this. I don't want to say waste, but I can't just put this as a little tidbit. This needs to be its own video. A lot of dumb, like, weird shit happens to me, and I don't know if my personality puts it out into the universe. I don't know if God's just like, Haley can handle this, there's weird things. I don't know what exactly draws this weirdness to me, but it happens. And what started off, like I said before, what started off as a little funny tidbit turned into, holy crap, I need to just explain this story in detail in its own video. So here I am. So I guess the start of the story is the end of my trip. I was only in Chicago from Saturday to Sunday. I was there for 28 hours to see BTS. Literally flew in Saturday morning, saw BTS. Next day I went to the pop-up shop, and then I was flying home, and it was Mother's Day, and I wanted to spend time with my mother because I love her dearly. Duh. So at the pop-up shop there was the L train entrance to go to O'Hara, and it was about 30 minutes away-ish from the airport, I'd say around there, and there's a train, like, and I was one of the middle cabs. Do you call it a cab? I'm gonna call it a cab. That might not be the right terminology, but I'm gonna use that because that's what suits me. So, yeah. Anyway, I was in the cab, because this is what the cabs look like. Oh my gosh, stop. Haley, continue the story. I was in the cab, and there weren't really many people in there. It was towards the beginning of the stops, and I only had one seat behind me. Like, I had my luggage, I was ready to go to O'Hara, and there was a woman sitting behind me. I was like, okay, whatever, and didn't think anything of it. And I sat down, and as we're moving along, this lady, the way she starts talking was super weird. The way the lady was pronouncing things, I don't want to be offensive, but like it's important to the story. I don't know, it's just a really weird tidbit that kind of started it, made me notice. She would say things like, I swear to God, I will fight you. Like, she kept enunciating things like that, and I was like, well, that's kind of weird. Like, she sounds like she's gonna fight this person. I don't know, I was like, it sounded like she was talking to somebody on the phone, and I was like, what a weird conversation. This lady, kind of an odd woman, ha ha ha, whatever, didn't think anything of it. Then she starts to get angrier, and she starts to get louder, and like, she's talking about how they need to go to, like, this person needs to go to court, and a lot of weird things. And so, like, the way her pronunciation was, like, this was probably really bad of me, an invasion of privacy, but I didn't get her face, so I'd say that's not that bad. Anyways, I decide, me being Haley, I'm gonna record what she's saying. Like, just a funny little tidbit, I'll put it on my Snapchat story, whatever. So I put my phone up, and you can just see my face, and you can hear her talking in the background. And I'll insert the clips right now of it.
I promise you, on the G.O.D. I say, knock them over the rail. I said it. I say, claim your uniforms. I said it. I say, do what you need to do to clear your name. Yeah, now I'm really for real waiting to kick your motherfucking ass or something like that. G.O.D. I don't like you at all. I ain't just as much lady as I never said I done motherfucker. Boy. Yeah, I would never. So leave me alone.
This is Addison.
So what started off as just a woman that was speaking kind of funny and pronouncing things weird and was just being very loud turned into random, crazy, erratic sentences, words. Like, she would say things like chimpanzees were diseased, and like I can't even remember what she said, but all of these random, like, ramblings were so weird, and they made no sense. And I was like, okay, maybe I should stop recording her. So I stopped recording her, and I was just starting to pay more attention to her. And the more I listened, I don't know what exactly flagged it. Maybe it was the irrational talking. I don't know. I think it was probably that. I started to realize, I don't think this woman is on the phone. I don't think she's talking to another person. I was like, no, that's crazy. She's not talking to herself. I was like, maybe she's talking to this girl beside me, because she was in the very back of the train, then it was me, this petite little woman to my left, little Asian woman, not that it matters, but I don't know why I said that. Anyways, I'm just using descriptions. And everyone else was in front of us. Like, there was 2 rows, and then there was the door, and then the rest of the cab. And I look over to her, to this little Asian woman to my left, and she looks very, very, very uncomfortable. So I was thinking, oh, okay, well, she's just talking to her, they're having this weird beef, I don't know. But then I keep watching her, and she's not saying anything, and this lady keeps going, and she keeps going, and I'm like, oh my god, is what she's saying to me? She saw me record her. This lady's gonna, like, literally stab me in the back. She's gonna grab my ponytail and just go, yank, or something. I don't know. But that's when I started to get a little scared. I was like, okay, I've never felt unsafe in Chicago at all. Mind you, I was mainly, like, in downtown Chicago. I was in a very central place, but there was never a time, I was always by myself, and there was never a time that I felt unsafe until this moment. And so I try to see her a little more, but your girl is not gonna turn around and, like, look at this woman, because, like, what if I turn around and I look at her, and then she has, like, a knife, and then she stabs me in the eyeball? I don't want to lose my eyeball. right? Right, you don't want to lose an eyeball. So I just try to kind of see what she's doing, and I can I see her hand movements like this, and I can see in my peripheral enough that this woman is talking to an invisible person. She is talking to nobody. Like, and it's not like it looked like she was talking to, like the way it was angled up like this, she wasn't looking at the ceiling. It looks like she was talking to a very tall man that was in front. It doesn't have to be a man, it could be a tall woman. It's 2019. But a very tall person. And I was like, sorry, that was me trying to stop my cats from fighting. And I was like, holy shit, this lady's crazy. She is crazy, and I'm gonna die on this train. And everyone said, be careful, Haley, in Chicago. And I was like, don't worry, I'm gonna be fine. Like, I am such a safe bitch. Like, nothing's ever gonna kill me. I'm an invincible 24-year-old. So I start to pay attention to her more and more, and I can see my peripheral in the, like, stop! So, sorry. I can see in my peripheral that she's doing this. She's like rubbing her leg, she's rubbing her neck, she's rubbing her face, and I was like, this crackhead, oh my god, is gonna be the death of everyone on this train. And at this point, I don't want to say everyone on this train, at this point, I was just scared for myself because I was in very close proximity, and as this is happening, this lady gets up and takes the very last seat that's like away from us. So it is me, this crackhead, yelling at her invisible person behind me, and then the rest of the train. Sorry, my card was full, so continuing with the story, of course that happens right when the exciting part's happening, but anyways, so it just becomes this lady behind me, several rows of seats around us, I want to say several, but there's empty seats around us, and then the rest of the train, and the rest of the train is just watching us, watching this unfold. So as this is happening, after she's yelling at this invisible man, she starts to, I see her hand like this in my peripheral, and she's saying, I'm gonna fucking shoot you, I'm gonna shoot this place, I'm gonna fucking shoot you, I'm gonna kill you. And I was like, holy shit, this lady's gonna pull a gun out, and she's just gonna kill everybody. And she stands up, and my heart drops. And she opens the back door as the train is still moving and throws this bag full of beer cans. Or, to be honest, I didn't see it, but that's exactly what it sounded like, and it was a crackhead. So I feel like that's like a normal thing to surmise. So she sits back down, she's talking about shooting people, her hands go like this, and I'm like, god damn it, this lady's gonna kill our entire train, and everyone's gonna be so pissed at me for coming to Chicago. I love you, BTS, I'm sorry, and I love you, family. Oh my gosh, BTS was the first thing, well that's what I went there for, but you know what I mean. I love my family, I love my friends, I love BTS, I love my cats, and I guess this is it. So we get to the last stop, she calms down a little bit, she's rifling through her bag. I'm ready to get to O'Hara, and this is the last stop before O'Hara. The train picks back up, and we go through this tunnel, and we're almost to O'Hara. She stands back up, opens the door again as the train's moving, and this is literally what I see. She looks at us, she smiles, she goes, what do you think I thought? I thought this bitch had thrown herself off of the train, and I was like, if this train goes kunk, I'm going to throw up everywhere, I'm gonna cry, I don't even know what to say, I don't know what to do. It was, so I audibly go, oh my god, and everyone, at this point, everyone's faces kind of look like mine. We're like, what the fuck is happening? She comes back in, half clothed, like, her clothes are like falling off, like her shirt's falling off of her, and like, I don't know what she was doing. Thinking about it, maybe she was using the bathroom, like not the bathroom, like I'm saying she's peeing or doing something, like, in the connecting, but like you're not supposed to, I don't know the train very well, but I believe you're not supposed to go through those unless you have to. There's no like handles, you're not supposed to go through each cab, like you stay in your cab, especially if the train's moving at full speed. So she sits back down, she starts rifling through her purse, and money's flying everywhere, and I see the word O'Hara, and I pick up I grab my shit, and even though the train's moving, I mean, you can still move when the train's moving, I get up there and I get to the front, and we stop and I run my ass out. And there's this 40 or 50-year-old guy who I had made eye contact with a couple times. He comes up to me and he goes, oh, hey, first off, he didn't ask me if I was okay. He didn't ask, like, how I was feeling, because I was about to cry. Like, I was almost in tears. And he comes up and he says, what was she talking about? What was happening? I'm not here to gossip with you about this crackhead shooting this invisible person behind me. So I literally just say, I don't know anything is my game, I'm about to cry, and I don't know, she was scary, bye. And I literally run away. And I know it's very abrupt, but that's the end of my story. And I continue vlogging as usual. I almost missed my plane. I got stuck in TSA for a little bit, and me and everyone around me thought we were gonna miss our flights, but you'll hear about that in my next week's video. But I got on Snapchat and I said that I was going to make a YouTube video over this story, and here we are. That's the time that I got stuck on the train with a meth head, crackhead, I don't know. And don't get me wrong, I've seen crackheads and meth heads in my time. I'm used to them. I may have some in my family. But this was a different level. So, yeah, there's my story. My battery's about to die, so I need to end things quickly, but thank you for watching. Thank you for giving me any sort of your interest. If you like me at all, or if you don't like me and you just feel sorry for me, you can subscribe, like this video, share with your friends, family, whoever. And I'm gonna try to do the best that I can to record and upload every single week. Will it actually happen? I don't know, but we're gonna attempt. So yeah, thank you for watching. Even though I don't really know you guys, I already love you all. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like, share, turn on the post notifications. And next week you'll actually see me in Chicago, and you'll see, well, not me, but previous me, like last week's me, because this is almost exactly a week after. Anyways, I made that confusing. Next week you'll see my BTS vlog, and then after that, who knows, I'll upload whatever I want to upload. So, thank you. Have a beautiful day, a great tomorrow, and live your best life. Bye everybody, thank you.